Sin duda
No
que en
doubt
materia de
that insofar as integration of the Americas, we are lagging behind. And the best way to illustrate this is to compare what has happened in America with what happened in Europe. Last century, the Europeans had 2 world wars that with a toll of more than 70 million casualties. But at some point, they had the wisdom, the courage to abandon the rationale of line Maginot or Siegfried line and to embrace the Maastricht Treaty with the leadership and the vision of such renowned statesmen like Adenauer, De Gasperi, Haussmann, Truman. They began to build what today we know of as European Union. And in America, we are much behind that. In America, 20 years ago, President Bush's father raised the idea of a free trade area from Alaska to Fireland, generating a lot of enthusiasm in the region, but it never came true, never materialized. And so the time is right now, because Latin America has been for too long the continent of hope or of the future. But a continent cannot be a promise forever. And so we are of age now, and we need to fulfill our mission. Therefore, the main task of Latin America is to recover the lost time and tap all of its potential. We have lots of things in common with the U.S. Vast, generous territory, homogeneous people, hard-working people. We don't have racial problems that affect some African countries or the wars that waged in Europe, nor the religious conflicts of Europe itself. And therefore, Latin America is called to compromise, or rather commitment with its own fate. Modestly, if I could suggest to President Obama, we hope to have a partnership that it's 2.0. One where we have all responsibilities and not an existentialist alliance, because existentialism has never been enough to face the major problems, but rather a partnership of collaboration. Latin America and the United States have a lot to gain from this alliance that also has to reach out to 2 of the most important challenges of the 21st century: energy, to have clean, safe, renewable energies, and water. If global warming keeps on going, could be the most scarce resource of our century, and also face the major problems of modern society that cannot be faced unilaterally: organized crime, terrorism, drug trafficking, global warming. The subject of world security, it can no longer be faced individually. We need to work jointly together. And in our view, that will call for a new international order that will replace that which emerged in Bretton Woods after the Second World War, and to be appropriate and adapted to the needs and challenges of the 21st century, where the only constant thing we have is change. So the time is right to recover all that lost time, and time is here so that finally this relationship of encounters, disencounters, of shaking hands over our backs, for that to be in the past, and let us initiate a new era. Collaboration, re-encountering, frankly, effectively, concretely, that will truly face and solve the major problems, that will also open up the doors to tap the main opportunities. This society of knowledge and information is knocking on our doors. Latin America was late to the Industrial Revolution. We cannot be late in this tremendous revolution, which is so much deeper, which is that of knowledge and information. And it has been very generous with the countries that want to embrace it, but very cruel with those countries that do not tap it. No child should be left behind. I've heard this from President Obama. And here we say in Latin America, no country should be left behind. Thank you.
Del presidente Piñera. Damos por finalizada esta conferencia de prensa conjunta a los presidentes de Chile y Estados Unidos. Agradecemos la presencia.